Fear in medieval England was not abstract or dramatic, it was practical. It grew out of daily uncertainty, fragile survival, and forces people could not control. One of the deepest fears was hunger. Too much rain, too little sun, or an early frost could undo a year's labor. Grain stores were watched carefully, bread was measured. Illness was another constant fear, not because it was rare, but because it was unpredictable. A fever, an infected wound, or a sickness moving through a village could weaken families already living close to the edge. Without certainty of recovery, illness threatened work, income, and survival. Fear grew not only from pain, but from what sickness prevented people from doing. Fire inspired quiet dread. Homes were built of timber and thatch. Hearths burned daily. 1 careless spark could destroy a house, a street, or an entire village. Fire brought warmth, light, and food, but also constant risk. Nighttime fires were especially feared, when escape was slower and help harder to summon. The weather itself was feared, not as background, but as power. People lived close enough to the land to feel every shift. Weather was not conversation, it was consequence. Law and authority carried their own fears. Fines, obligations, disputes, and accusations could damage reputation or livelihood. Being judged poorly by neighbors mattered deeply in a world built on trust and cooperation. Public shame, not imprisonment, was often the real punishment, and fear of it shaped behavior. Strangers were approached with caution. A traveler might bring news, trade, or opportunity, but also crime, disease, or trouble. Villagers depended on knowing who belonged. The unfamiliar carried uncertainty, and uncertainty carried risk. Religion shaped fear in quieter ways. Fear of sin, divine judgment, and the afterlife shaped conscience and behavior. Night itself carried unease. Without artificial light, darkness reduced sight, slowed response, and amplified sound. Travel after dark was avoided when possible. Danger felt closer when vision failed. Yet medieval fear was not panic, it was managed. People prepared, cooperated, prayed, planned, and endured. Fear shaped routine rather than paralyzing it. Medieval people feared because their world demanded awareness. Fear was not weakness, that it was understanding.